This is for the loving of you, and this ring means I'll always be true. And this is let's start over new. I don't know all the words. And this time it's gonna be forever. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, so much love between us. Come running home to you. Who's that switch? Home to you. Dun, dun, dun. Hey, with a woman like you, it's no need to play around. It was hitting them notes. Girl, every day. This is some good music, man. They meant every bit of that. For the loving of you. Some good music back then, man. Switch was doing it. I got to go listen to some of that 70s, some of that funk. You know what I'm saying? Some of that Rick James. Rick James. Boom, ding, ding, ding. Boom, boom. She's a super freak, super freak, super freak. Turned out he was a super freak. Rick James was out there. Temptation sing. Oh, that was a good collaboration. Super freak. Bootsy Collins. Bootsy was the dude. He came out of a group. I forgot what they were. Any hoozle. Uh, Mikey James. Mikey James left a comment. Mikey James says a trilogy between the Pats and the Giants. Uh, my question is, didn't they get rid of Tomlin? Who's the new coach on the Giants? I need to look that up because I thought they got rid of Tomlin. You know what I mean? Is Manning still the quarterback? Yeah, Manning's still the quarterback. That doesn't make any sense to get rid of him right now. You know, let me ask you guys something. I know Mikey's gonna say, yeah, yeah. But do you think that Eli Manning is an elite quarterback just because of his? I mean, he's got 2 Super Bowls. You know what I'm saying? But not like it's kind of like music. You're only good as your last cut. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, come on, like what has he done? I don't know. I don't know. I'm just asking because I've never been impressed with Eli. Never, not once. I've never been impressed with him. I've been impressed with the Giants as a whole. I've been impressed with Mike Tomlin. Not Mike Tomlin. Mike. I forgot who's the coach out there. Tomlin is on the Steelers. Uh, who's the coach out there? Anyways, I've been impressed with that coach, but you know, the receiving team. Oh yeah. Uh, remember when they had that defensive? Who was that? Perry. Big, tall. I thought he was French. My goodness, they was crushing people back in the day. And then they had and they got rid of that great wide receiver, the one who used to do the cha 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 in the end zone. Forgot what his name is too. You know, don't worry, I'm hungry. I can't remember people's names when I'm hungry. And so they forgot his name. Oh, I forgot his name. And but nonetheless, they got rid of him. He's kind of like a Steve Smith to me. I mean, he's been around for the longest, but Steve Smith is just better. He didn't play anymore. Steve Smith was great. He was just great. They got rid of Steve Smith because they said he was old. Said you're just too old. It's just like I'm Steve Smith. Like, what are you talking about? But nonetheless, I'll remember his name as soon as I get done making a video. But yeah, so I don't know. The Giants, man, like the Giants haven't been my pick for a Super Bowl. I mean, and for somebody who makes predictions, just throwing out arbitrary predictions, I would. Right now, I couldn't see the Giants doing anything, even though they got that super duper receiver. Beckham, Odell Beckham Jr. I mean, that guy's great. He's great for. He's the publicity guy because you really don't hear too much. Okay, let's look at it like this. You don't hear nothing about Eli until Eli hits the field. Odell Beckham, you hear about him all the time. He was just in the news talking about football players should get paid as much as basketball players, which, I'm looking at it like this. Yeah, you guys, it's a more dangerous sport. However, you got, what I'm saying, Michael Vick, $100 million contract twice. So, I mean, there's that. Joe Flacco had a huge contract. You know what I'm saying? Some of your linebackers, Hightower, he's doing $48 million. So, I mean, that's not bad. Those are not. It's not like every NBA player is getting that type of $200 million guap. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So there's that. But I feel him. It's a more dangerous sport. Uh, because it's more contact. And I mean, just think about it. The life cycle of the guys who play is like 3 years and under. Especially if you're a running back. You know what I'm saying? Get rid of you quick. So, oh, dang it. I got bit by a spider. Crawled right up in the doggone. Anyways, so yeah, Eli Manning is not, to me, just to me, he's just not an elite quarterback. To me. I mean, he doesn't have nothing to prove to me. He does have 2 Super Bowls, you know. And what's really crazy is the guys who I think are elite don't even have Super Bowl rings. But I think the NFL is fixed. Seriously, severely fixed. So the people who should have these rings don't. Look, let's face it. Let's get this out in the open. Peyton Manning, one of the greatest quarterbacks ever. Hall of Famer. God give it to him. You can't really take his greatness away from him. His ability to command. I mean, he was a coach player to me. Look, I don't even know who the coach was on the Broncos. All I knew was Peyton Manning. Even when he lost in the Super Bowl and got stomped by the Legion of Boom. Those boys, they smashed them like 48 to like 3. They like 7. They didn't even want to play anymore. The coach was like, "You guys don't want to play anymore." The receivers didn't want to try to catch the ball because they were getting hit too hard, and it was all legal. And then they asked Manning, they was just like, "What happened to your team?" And he's a very respectful. It's one of the just one of the greatest dudes to ever do it. Still, 100% shouldn't have won against Carolina. Nope. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Carolina should have won that. They should have been 17-0. There's no way that the Broncos was a better team. Just no way. And even the quarterback couldn't explain why he didn't pick up the ball. But I knew why he couldn't pick up the ball. He was being controlled ever since he came out of a JUCO and then went to Florida State. And his father got, $180,000 twice, 2 installments. Won the championship in Florida. Cam Newton is just one of the greatest quarterbacks ever, to me, point blank. But he can't be what he really is because they're controlling him. So when I look at Eli, Paul Perry, that was his name. When I look at Eli, even though they did have a great team when they won their last Super Bowl, they did. When I look at him, I still think, you know what? You got a lot of help just on your name, just on the prowess of your name. Not because you're a great quarterback. I've just never been impressed with. I was more impressed with Jake the Snake Plummer than I was with Eli, and I don't think Jake the Snake ever came close. He had more talent than Eli. Jake the Snake was that dude. You know what I'm saying? I was more impressed with Doug Flutie. You know what I'm saying? Just saying. I would rather watch Dante Culpepper, big boy from the Vikings, bench pressing 405. As a quarterback. You know what I'm saying? I'm just sorry. Him, Mark Sanchez, Tony Romo, they've never impressed me. Never, not once. Never. Never been impressed by them. I'm just saying, if the Giants go, if they even get to the Super Bowl, for one, if they get to the Super Bowl, they're going to lose. But if they go, it's just going to be an ultimate surprise for me, Mikey. I'm sorry. I'm not feeling the Giants whatsoever on any level. There's not one. All I can see out of the Giants is Odell Beckham getting MVP. And I could see the Giants being pushed forward within the next 3 years and getting a Super Bowl ring because of Odell Beckham. Just like I can see the Steelers getting one before Ben Roethlisberger leaves because of Ben Roethlisberger and because of their running back, especially because of their running back, Le'Veon Bell. I can see them giving Le'Veon Bell a ring while Roethlisberger's playing. And that's got to be in with the next 2 or 3 years because they're talking about him leaving. But they can sit him to the side and still have him on a team and run the heck out of the next 3 quarterbacks and then put Roethlisberger in there every now and then just so they can say he got the ring with Roethlisberger. Like, I think they owe Odell Beckham a ring. I think they owe Le'Veon Bell a ring. I think they owe it to him. That's just what I think. But I can't see the Giants doing it at least for another 2 years. Maybe more. Odell Beckham is still young. Maybe towards the end of his, Eli will be gone before Odell will. So I say maybe 5 years. Maybe 5 years. Maybe a little, 4 years from now. 4 years from now, I could see them going, you know what, Odell, thank you. Here's a ring. Odell, you've been doing good. You've been bringing people in, your crazy dances, your controversial statements. You've been doing a lot for the sport. Here's a ring. God loves you, man. Get saved. It's your boy Tone 202.